if we switch gears and we talk about a different type of capture mechanism, right? A geochemical one, we can come to things like enhanced rock weathering. I really like this idea that rocks, I'm a geologist. You'll get that vibe. This idea that rocks affect climate isn't new. Ramo et al., which was an awesome female geologist in 1992, had a pivotal Nature paper. It was like the Himalayas affect climate, and you're like, what? We were putting all these rocks up into the atmosphere. They were weathering down. They were actually drawing down CO2. So for enhanced rock weathering, we're doing that just like on a much smaller scale, and we have to do it so much faster. So when we say ERW, there's a couple steps that we got to take. We got to process our rocks. You got to get the right rocks. Don't let anyone tell you all rocks are created equal. Some have the right cations that you need. You need iron, magnesium, calcium, whatever it may be. But you got to take those rocks and you got to process them into the appropriate specifications. Fancy way of being like, we just need rock dust. The smaller it is, the faster it can react. So you get your rock dust and then you spread it on a field, usually a cropland, some areas that you have characterized, because you want to know the soil that it's engaging with, right? So if you've characterized your farmlands, that's really helpful. And then the next step is this rainfall. Rainfall has a little bit of CO2 absorbed into it in the form of carbonic acid. It's that taste that you get if you've ever drank rainwater before. So that rainwater that's a little acidic will hit your tiny rocks on the surface of your field, and that's where you get your weathering reaction going on. And your rock will actually weather away into its components, its ions. And that carbonic acid, that carbon that was in the rainwater, gets locked up as a bicarbonate ion. So those are the little red circles that we have throughout this graph. That buffered runoff really will follow the fate of water. Some will go into the water table, some will go into streams, rivers, valleys, oceans, right? So that will be the ultimate fate of that locked away bicarbonate that you have. There's a couple big benefits that I really like about ERW. Like this idea of spreading something onto a field isn't really new for agriculture. They have confidence, they have capabilities to do so. But the drawback, again, is the openness of the system, right? We're talking about really big natural processes. We're talking about rainfall over fields. We're talking about rivers. We're talking about ocean dynamics. All of that adds up to a more complicated and more costly monitoring, reporting, and verification in MRB regime.